Danny, what's your worst bad
I
beat?
get bad beats every week.
No, there's a real bad one this week.
We can start with Thursday's game.
Oh, we got a 21-point cushion. But I said game's not over yet,
Exactly, yeah.
right?
Yep.
So they stopped trying to kick field goals because the kickers were slipping.
You know what was a bad beat for me?
What's that?
Was a Minnesota game.
Yeah, there was minus 3.5.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah,
3.5.
3.5.
And they're
Lost by
up.
half point.
It was 27-10 going in the fourth quarter.
Did you know that the Chargers actually have the number one scoring defense in the NFL?
Scoring defense.
They only they only give up 14 points a game.
Most of their games are under.
You're listening to Scared Money Don't Make Money podcast. And here are your hosts, Sam and Sonny.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Scared Money Don't Make Money. My name is Sam.
And I'm Sonny.
We got two special guests today. We have Danny, our expert sportsman, capper, kinda, not really.
Kinda.
Welcome back, Danny.
Welcome back. And then we got mini me over here, Sonny's mini me. His name's Bryce. What's up, Bryce?
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
He's another football expert.
Yeah. He's a big lifetime fan of the Washington Commanders.
Show your shirt. There you go.
There you go. And Bryce, how old are you?
11.
11. Were you a Washington fan your whole life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ever since you were born, right?
Yeah.
Were you forced to?
In the beginning, yes. Kind of.
How has it been being a Washington fan?
First, since they were no good by when I was born, it's been kind of tough until this year. But it's getting rough this year because
They started off hot.
I know, yeah, but then now they've just have.
Yeah, they
haven't
lost
been
3
playing
straight
as-
so far.
Yeah, and yesterday's game, that was just bad.
What'd you think of yesterday's game? We got the helmets right there. Dallas
Our
Cowboys.
kicker needs to be gone.
Kicker?
Yeah.
Oh.
Our kicker is the reason we lost. I'm going to say, I think that's my opinion.
Yeah, he
Oh,
missed
no.
2 extra points
And a field
and
goal.
won a field goal.
And because he missed that final extra point after Daniel's huge touchdown to try and tie the game, they had to go for the onside kick, and that's why Dallas scored the touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the extra
So we
one.
would have won in theory 27 to anywhere from 28 to 32.
I had money on the Commanders, so they would have lost it either way.
Either way, yeah. You were pretty
It
much
was like
dead.
minus 10 or something. I don't remember. It was a
Yeah.
lot. But that was a terrible game for me to watch.
Yeah, that was a horrible game. I mean, offense-wise, it was not bad. It's just
Defensive-wise.
it was a special team that cost us.
You gotta learn how to tackle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was a kickoff return by
return.
I know.
Turpin.
Had
Yeah.
you not tackled him, he
that was-
literally does a one spin move and
Dude,
he's gone
that
to
was
the end
nice.
zone.
It was nice, but not nice for us.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet on the Commanders, so I didn't like it either. But that play was pretty sweet.
But how do you
Yeah.
not tackle him? It's one spin move and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. That's
I
what
think he's
don't
one of
get.
the best kick returners too. In the
That's
NFL.
true though.
How many does he have, though? Touchdown.
I'm not sure about the stats, but he's supposed to be one of the best.
I feel like he bobbled the ball on purpose
To make a show.
for them
throw
to
them
come
off.
in. And then as soon as he
Slow it
came,
down.
he broke
just
down.
zoom.
Yeah, he just did a little spin move, and everyone got caught off guard, and then he just took off.
yeah.
He looked like he was going fast. Did they do
Dude,
one
he
of
was
those miles
fast.
per hour on him? How
No,
fast was he
I didn't
going?
see that
that.
one. I don't
can't
think he's
remember.
faster than Derrick Henry, though.
You don't think so?
No, Derrick Henry's the
But he looked
fastest.
really fast.
He looked fast.
Have you ever tried doing the miles per hour run?
No.
Okay, so in my community, they try to slow down people, right? So they put it up on the street to see how fast you're going, and we tested it trying to run. It's
What
like,
did it show?
oh man, as fast as I ran, I think it was like 8 miles per hour. I couldn't go faster.
How fast was Derrick Henry going?
23 miles per hour.
That's
That's
impressive.
insane.
I think Bryce could go 6 miles per hour?
Probably something.
I don't know. I
don't know.
dude. And then we had the scooter, and so we were doing the scooter. I think it was like 15 or 16.
The scooter go like 15, 16.
Yeah. But dude, that
But
means
Derrick
Derrick
Henry
Henry
can
go
outrun the
23.
scooter.
Yeah,
he can
he can.
outrun him. That's
true.
insane.
If you
Yeah.
try to chase him on a scooter, you ain't catching him.
All right, let's talk about bad bets this week because we've had a lot of bad beats this week. Danny, what's your worst bad
We
beat?
get bad beats every week.
No, there's a real bad one this
We
week.
can start with Thursday's game.
Oh,
Thursday
Thursday.
night's game, the Browns and
Oh, yeah. We had the under in that game, right?
Yeah. Who was playing? Browns and
Browns and Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers.
So the score was 13 total first half, right?
10,
Yeah,
10,
what
10,
was
3.
the low? What was this over and under number?
36.
36 and a half.
36.5. So Vegas knew it was going to be low, so they kept it low.
Well, because it was snowing, it was windy, and it was cold. Figure it's a low-scoring game, right?
But it didn't snow in the first half. It was windy.
Which is interesting because that was like 13 total points.
Yeah.
And then second half started snowing.
Like blizzards.
Exactly. So you figured they just run the ball.
But even in the third quarter, they didn't score much.
No,
Yeah.
it's like 3 points, right?
So we had, 21-point cushion going in the fourth quarter
Yeah.
to hit the under.
And there was about 6 inches of snow on the field.
Yeah.
So you can see the guy shoveling.
Yeah,
snow.
they were
So,
shoveling.
like, I
every
didn't watch the
time.
game, so I don't know.
I
what
watched
happened in
it.
the fourth game. So
I was upset watching this game because I was happy the first half. And I usually bet first halves,
Yeah.
and I did in this game. And what sucks is the first half there was no snow, so they were kicking field goals and missing it. Okay. And second half hits, starts blizzard, snow like covered. You can't see the numbers.
right.
So the TV station Amazon has to put these fake numbers on the screen to make it look more like like a football field.
Yep.
Dude, I was like, okay, this is a lock. Remember, I even texted you guys. I was like, we got a 21-point cushion. But I said, game's not over yet,
Exactly. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So they stopped trying to kick field goals because the kickers were slipping.
So were
because
they going for like fourth down or something?
Dude, so Cleveland Brown their stat was something like 0 for 7 on third downs, but they were like 6 for 6 on fourth downs.
Wow.
They went for it every time. And they got the first down every single time. And instead of going for a field goal when they're on the 30-yard line because they couldn't plant their feet to kick,
Right.
they just kept going it. Man, between Russell Wilson and Winston, they probably threw for 250 yards in the fourth quarter.
Oh wow.
which is more than the whole
The
rest
whole
of the game
game.
combined. Yeah.
And it was crazy because I was telling Danny, because he was saying I like the under because of the weather.
Right.
I was reading this one article, can't remember where it was, but they were saying that there are more touchdown scores in bad weather than there are field goals. So 69% of the times in bad weather it hits the over because the
interesting.
public think it's going to be under.
Right.
Yeah.
I would think that it would hit the under if it was windy. Right.
If it was windy, but snow is different.
Yeah, snow's a
So
little
they said
different.
windy is low.
Yeah.
Snow or rain, they said it
could
goes
go
over.
because
Yeah.
everyone's slipping, right? The
Yeah,
defender's slipping.
and nobody's kicking. And defenders are hard because they don't know where the offense is going.
Yeah.
So they're slipping. Offense already
Exactly.
knows where you're going.
Right, they have an
so
advantage.
they have an advantage
Yeah.
on it. Yeah. So there was like four long bombs that basically killed over.
So
or
that was a
under.
bad beat.
That was
Start.
real bad.
Yeah.
What else was a bad beat?
Bears under.
Bears under was a bad beat too.
Was that close?
Not
Not
really?
really.
Because it went to overtime.
I mean, it went to
No,
overtime.
Before that. Before that.
They had a chance.
Had a chance.
They had a
but-
chance in the fourth, but overtime kind of messed that up.
Well, this week me and Danny went opposite on one of the plays.
Which play was that?
I betted on Detroit Lions on
Oh,
Tuesday.
yeah, that's right.
I had better lines, so I bet -7 on Lions on Tuesday, $2,500, and I think Danny had Colts at +7.5, so he had an advantage.
Right.
But the whole game was pretty bad. Bryce, did you watch the game?
No, I didn't.
Oh, so the score was 24-6.
Yeah, it is bad.
6 points, dude. That's pretty bad, dude.
Points. I don't know what edge you saw in the Colts.
6 points.
What did you see in that game?
Obviously, I didn't see anything. Right?
You did. It was so bad.
That was so bad.
I
dude.
you know, so but I don't like betting against you, right? So, but I already put my bet in before you came out on Saturday night saying this is my bet.
Right.
I said, you know what, I'm gonna stick to my bet, but I'll get better line and bet on Colts. So I ended up getting in game for Colts at +15.
They still couldn't cover.
They still didn't cover, dude. I don't know what he saw.
It's
And
hard to cover anything when you
and
score 6.
And I had a big teaser with usually like the NFL picks. They're pretty accurate. So if you bet teasers opposite or fave, like I think this season I'm like 80% on teasers. But this was so bad. I think Minnesota over was so over. Couldn't hit the teaser.
Yeah.
I didn't, and obviously Detroit game, but I didn't even put that in the teaser, and I still lost. So bad.
You know what was a bad beat for me?
What's that?
Was a Minnesota game because Minnesota and Bears. Because for the office pool, I took Minnesota.
Yeah, there was -3.5.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah,
3.5.
3.5.
And they're
Lost by
up.
a half point.
It was 27-10 going in the fourth quarter.
I remember that.
I'm like,
There's
how did I lose the
way-
game?
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. I was like,
Oh
there's
my
no way
goodness.
Caleb Williams gonna throw this and make this happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad we didn't bet on that game, but that was a bad beat.
That's a bad beat. Yeah.
But like I've noticed that when we get picks and we pick football games for NFL, especially,
Yep.
not for a college, we never pick rocking chair picks. It's always the ones that are like stressful or rocking
Yeah.
chair the other way,
Well, I mean, why can't we take like Miami?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, Miami,
Yeah.
a lot of games.
Like those are like rocking chairs, or like, Brock Purdy wasn't playing, so Green Bay Packers.
You know what? I didn't even know.
Dude, I knew that.
So I placed my picks. As soon as I landed, I was like, oh my goodness. 5 minutes before the submit, I forgot to. So I didn't do my research.
Oh, for the office pool?
Yeah.
You just picked whatever?
Yeah, I just picked whatever. I was like, okay. I had no idea that Brock Purdy wasn't playing. If I knew, I would have took Green Bay for sure.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's up, Bryce? What you got?
What do you
I'm
get?
just patting her on the back.
Oh,
to
you're
help
just patting
him.
you? Oh.
For putting in the picks? The
Yeah,
last
'cause
minute?
if he didn't, he'd have to pay a penalty.
You know,
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you
I
do?
go automatically 0-5 if
You
you don't
never told me
submit.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I get some insight from Danny because he's been betting football a long time, right? So I have my picks for the week and I give it to some of the guys. And I ask Danny for these things and I'm like, I'm not like 100% sure about his bets that are like his analysis. Anyways, like I had it and I sent to Dennis, one of our friends,
Okay.
our golfing friend.
Did he go opposite in a couple other plays?
He didn't like any of them, right?
Of course.
So, and I preface saying like these bets are kind of like, I don't know, hit or miss. And a while ago, like when he said, okay, I'm going to just bet all of it, he lost pretty much.
He picked the wrong day.
146. And he's like, man, forget this. So anyways, he picked his own bets this week and he
Okay.
went 4-0.
Oh,
Who
dang.
did he take? Do you know?
Yeah. So he bet Packers.
Packers,
He bet Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles.
He bet the Bucks, and he bet one more. Can't remember, but he and it was like the rocking chairs.
And maybe we should follow him.
Maybe we should follow him.
Hey, you know
man.
what? Tell him to give us his picks,
All right,
and then let's see how he does.
yeah. Do you guys? College football was pretty bad too.
I was at F1 in Vegas, so I didn't really follow college football at all.
At all.
Yeah, I was too busy.
Yeah, it's football was pretty bad.
Okay.
Third, I don't know.
Were there any bad beats for college football?
There was a lot of upsets this weekend. A lot of top guys. Alabama got killed.
I saw that score.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I bet on Oklahoma actually, but small like in
So do you think Alabama will make the playoffs? Probably not, right? After that loss?
at this point, I think if the game was closer, they might have. What are I didn't see the rankings over
But
the
they
weekend.
lost like 2 games already now.
Yeah, and they lost to Oklahoma, who's 5-5,
Exactly.
and they lost like by over 25 points or something.
Yeah. Saw
Pretty
that.
bad. Who else lost? There was Ole Miss loss.
That's your team.
I know that was my team, and now it's like their second loss, I think, for the season or third loss. So they might be done too.
Wow.
But you know what game was really good? Your game, USC versus UCLA game.
I
Did
heard
you
they
watch
came
it?
back. I didn't watch that game.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, it was a good game.
Wait a minute. I'm surprised you didn't watch that game.
I didn't think we had a chance. I thought we were going to get blown out. So,
Really?
but then UCLA and USC are usually pretty good games because it's a rivalry game. So no matter
it's
what
close.
you're ranked, they're playing hard and
Right.
they somehow keep it close.
So UCLA was up,
UCLA was up,
and then USC,
and USC
came
came back and won.
But all that matters is in my whole 5 years at UCLA, we beat USC all 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
5 years straight?
5 years straight when I was there.
straight.
Oh, wow.
And we won
good.
the national championship in basketball too. So I was there during the glory years.
Oh, the
Not
O'Ban-
anymore, though.
Was it O'Bannon years? Or?
O'Bannon brothers, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I got screwed by the UCLA USC game once. So back in the day, I think like 18 years ago, I went to this furniture store in Culver City. I forgot what it was called, but it's like a big place.
Right.
And if you buy, so this is 2000, must have been 2006, because that's when I moved into my new the house back then when I bought it. So I had to furnish the whole house. So I bought all this furniture. So I went there and I was like, okay, this is pretty expensive. So everything at full price or at that price was something around 60 or 70 grand. Right. At the time, that's a lot. So I asked one of my friends who is a interior designer. So she goes, oh, I can get the same one through them and I can buy it as a wholesaler. And so she got me those pricing, and I ended up paying like maybe 40,000 or 30,000 or something. So it was like big discount.
Oh yeah, big time.
So 2 weeks goes by, I get it, right? And they had a promotion when I was buying it, because they said whatever you buy today, if UCLA beats USC, everything is free.
No way.
Yeah. So, but at the time, USC was like ranked nationally, and UCLA was not good.
That's
and I was
probably
like,
why they put that out there.
right? So guess what? UCLA beats USC.
Oh, wait a minute. So you got everything for free.
No, but I didn't buy it through them. I bought
Oh,
it
you
through
bought
the
it through the-
wholesale. So
Now that's a bad beat.
That's a bad beat. That's why I said I got screwed, because if I paid $60,000, right? But
Yeah.
I don't think I would have paid $60,000. But if I did, I would have got everything for free. How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Dude, I was upset because
It's like Mattress Mac.
Wait, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, USC lost to UCLA. But I ended up paying $30,000, which I thought was a good deal, but I could have got it for free.
So essentially, you placed that $30,000 bet
And I
on
lost.
USC and
yeah,
lost.
exactly. I did.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it was.
yeah.
That's a big loss right there on one game.
Whew.
So, yeah, freaking USC.
30,000. One bet, 30,000.
Man. So we got a few games coming up this week. It's Thanksgiving week. That's why we have the Christmas trees up and decoration.
Yep.
There's a lot of games this coming week.
What's on tap? Like Detroit versus.
We have today's game too, Monday.
Oh yeah, today.
Today is
about
Chargers
today?
against Ravens. So
Oh, yeah, the
let's make
Harbaugh
some
brothers.
prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hardballs. So
What do you
it's
like,
the, It's
bro?
the Hardball Bowl.
What do you like between the Baltimore
Who's
Ravens
at
and
home? I don't know.
Chargers?
Chargers are home.
Chargers at home?
Yes.
The
What
line
do you
is
like?
-3.
What do you like? Call it right now. Ravens.
Ravens are
or
favored by -3.
versus the Chargers. Chargers at home.
Like, just for the line?
hmm
Honestly, like the Chargers because they're at home.
Chargers +3 at home. Okay.
How about the over/under?
What's the over under?
50, 51?
Is it went up that high?
50, 51?
I like the Ravens -3 and the over.
50.5 right now.
50 and a half.
I do like the over too. I feel like it's gonna be a high scoring game.
So that's like a public pick, right? Overs.
I don't know. Did you know that the Chargers actually have the #1 scoring defense in the NFL?
Scoring defense. That helps the over then.
They only
Yeah.
No, they only give up 14
Yeah.
points a
Oh.
game.
Most of their games are under.
Oh.
Chargers have like the #1 defense in the NFL,
I
and
feel like Ravens have a good offense.
the Chargers. I think they're like 9-2 to the under
Wow.
their games because they're only giving up 14 points a game.
But have they played anybody that has a solid offense?
I mean, they don't have too many quality.
I think so far in 11 games or 10 games they played, only 3 games were over.
Or 2 or 3, yeah. But the flip side, Ravens are like 9-2 to the over.
Over, yeah.
Because they have like the #1 offense. You know, they have the top scoring offense. So it's going to be like the offense versus defense.
But
right?
also on Monday night, I think there's only been 2 nights that hit under on Monday nights.
And usually when there's good defense versus good offense, the defense usually wins, right? Is that the case? No?
I don't know, but I think Chargers scores a lot on defensively too.
So if they score on defense, then it's a good over.
I like the over myself. I like the over in Chargers +3.
Okay. What about you, Danny?
It's going to be a battle of offense versus defense. Ravens have the better offense.
Yep.
And Chargers have the better defense. Thing about Ravens, though, they have one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL.
There you go.
So I think they're going to be able to stop the run. I mean, which San Diego's good at, but which is going to force.
It's not San Diego. It's LA.
Oh, San Diego.
LA
They ain't no
Chargers.
LA. They ain't LA.
Come on.
Just like those aren't the Commanders. They ain't LA.
Oh, they're the Skins.
But so Chargers they're gonna have a tough time running. So I think Air Bear will be able to air it out, which will
Which
be
they
to their
can.
benefit. Which be to their benefit because
Yeah.
Ravens give up a lot of big plays.
Yep.
But that said, I do like the over because I think Ravens they're just hard to
to
match
stop.
up against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just focus on Lamar or Derrick Henry. It's like it's hard. So I think I'm leaning towards the over, and I think I like Ravens in the over too. I think
Oh, you
at
like
end
the
of day,
Ravens? I like the Chargers in the over.
Chargers in the over.
I feel like it might be like a 31-24 game.
Oh, that's a lot. 55?
55.
By
This is
what,
my-
but who do you think is going to win?
The Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens?
Okay,
Oh, so you two in the middle are Ravens and over.
and you
Yeah.
guys.
and we're the Chargers.
Okay.
All right.
So place a little small bet, $5 each person.
All right. That sounds
the
You
good.
got
only-
$5?
No, I think the only reason I like the Chargers though, because if this is my opinion. I'm no expert, but if the Chargers defense wins, I think Chargers they will cover, because if the Ravens can't produce,
I agree.
That's
yeah.
true.
And actually, the
So
last
that's why I
3
lean
games,
towards-
Ravens have been struggling
Yeah.
offensively too
And then since
against tough defense. That's why they lost to Steelers.
I mean, if the Chargers cover, I think the game will probably go under.
Right. Because
right,
of the
'cause of
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about the? Okay, so we got Chargers. Do you think it's gonna go over or under?
over.
Okay, so we all have 4
We're all on
overs.
overs.
And so we got Chargers, and we got Ravens and Ravens for tonight. Right.
Ravens have the.
But I think if you take the Chargers, wouldn't you want to place the under bet? Because it's going to be more of a defensive battle.
But if the Chargers defense wins, they might score defensive points too.
I think you'll have at least 1 or 2 defensive scores from Chargers.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that the Ravens aren't going to score.
Right.
But I think they're going to have a harder time.
So-
and I think Chargers going to win by 10.
Interesting.
Oh, you should put an alternate line bet on that.
Maybe.
That would be a good payout, dude.
Maybe. As a
but-
dog?
Good.
Okay, so what about this Thanksgiving Day? There's 3 games on tap. First game
Well, what do
is
you think
Detroit.
about on the Ravens, like Lamar still being the
Okay.
MVP favorite?
Nah, I think Jared Goff is.
I think Jared Goff right now is like number 4, dude.
Number 4?
In
Is it
Vegas.
because I can't?
I think
Okay,
it's because of his pressure. Like when he has
think.
pressure.
Yeah, I think
Having-
because that one game he threw 5 picks. That's why they're saying he should be out of the talks.
Who's 1, 2, 3?
I think Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are the top 2
Top
right
2.
now.
Who's
What
the
about-
3rd and 4th?
What about Mahomes?
I think Mahomes is behind Goff. I think.
Dude,
They just lost to the
Chief-
Panthers, didn't they?
yeah, no, they won, but they didn't cover.
Came back, yeah.
But Chiefs should be 5-5 team right now. If they didn't have some special help from the refs, they would have lost. For real,
Yeah. The Chiefs had a lot of close games.
dude, they should have lost to the
A
Bears.
lot of close games. I think they've covered like what?
I mean, even
One
the
game.
crap teams, they have a lot of close games.
Dude, Carolina sucks. Their line was 10, right? It was like 10,
11.
11, and they only won by 3.
That was a close game.
I don't think Chiefs has won. They never covered a
Double digit
seven,
spread. Or,
seven,
Yeah, more
even
than 7.
Yeah, not even double digits, 7.
That's why in the NFL, anytime you see a double-digit favorites, it's hard to cover, right?
Except
Lions.
Lions and
Except for
Colts.
the Lions.
Told you, I've been winning on Lions every week. The only week I didn't win on the Lions is when they barely won against Houston.
But if you look at that, a lot of the Lions' big victories have been when they're at home. When they're on the road, they don't cover the. They
No,
don't
I
get
agree.
double-digit wins.
they still win.
And yes, they'll still win, but they don't get like the, all their 50-point
7.
games were at home.
Yeah.
Like
Because
Wait a
they're used to
minute, I remember the Lions were at Dallas, and that was like a 41-10 game.
Yeah.
That was a big blowout.
But
But that's when
Yeah.
Dallas had the injuries.
To Prescott. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it doesn't matter. Because if Lions have similar environment as the indoor stadiums they have, which Cowboys has, then they'll do well, I think.
It's like the same atmosphere. Almost.
Yeah,
Except
because
for
it's
the
it's not
fans.
Sun
outside.
turf,
It's not
yeah.
outside. It's
not windy,
it's different. Yeah,
cold. Yep.
it's all controllable like situations. Whereas like wind, cold, all that makes a difference.
Yep.
Sun in your eyes and things like that. So we got 3 games. I think 3 games on Thanksgiving Day. We got Detroit Lions against the Bears. We got Cowboys against the Giants. Crap versus crap.
Oh my gosh.
Then you got Packers versus Dolphins. So let's
You know what the NFL should do?
what's
That's
that?
like a crappy game for Thanksgiving. You should just replace that with another game.
Well, it's because they have a tradition of
I
certain teams
know.
playing.
Like
I know the
Detroit's-
Cowboys always have to play.
Detroit
And
have
Lions-
always
yeah,
sucked, but then they were
always
always
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. And the Cowboys always plays on
Do
Thanksgiving.
the Packers play often on Thanksgiving?
Oh yes, they do, don't they?
I think
think
Packers
so.
is on and off.
On and off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
What's the
third
third
game
game?
is Packers.
Oh, Packers. Okay.
Packers against Dolphins. So let's start with the first one. Lions versus Bears. Line is 11 on Detroit and 48.5.
I like the Bears.
I like Lions.
We knew that. 'cause you
They're
told us.
playing
you
home.
like the
They're
Lions.
playing home.
What do you like, Bryce?
Atmosphere, they're at home, but 11 points is a lot. And I
For
feel
you.
like Caleb Williams I think I'd take the Bears.
Okay. You and I and the
Interesting.
Bears.
What do you like?
I would take the Bears. And just because the big line, 11's a lot.
11 on Thanksgiving. Everyone's gonna be watching.
That's what you said about Colts. I didn't even cover the plus 15 in game. I don't know. And I think Colts are better than the Bears.
But Caleb Williams,
Yeah, but have they really played against anyone decent?
that's true.
Like the best team that they played against is who, you think? Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Yeah, but I think Lions is way better than Minnesota. They
Same
have better
record?
defense.
They're only 1 game behind.
I know, but they have
But
a
Lions, they're
Vikings are only 1 game behind the Lions. Yeah.
But Vikings haven't really played anyone, in my opinion. They haven't been tested. So we got 3 people here for the Bears, plus 11.
You're the
I
lone
got,
wolf.
I got Detroit, minus 11.
Sam's ride or die with
Lions.
Detroit this
I've
year.
been winning this season.
Every week.
And
Who do we got next?
we got
Giants?
Cowboys, minus 4. They're faves against Giants. And the over-under is 37. But hold on, Detroit Lions, over-under, 48.5.
I say over.
I'll say over.
Me too.
same.
All right, 4 overs. Okay, so Cowboys, line is 4. They're the faves. And Giants, 37.5 is the game line. I'm going to
Daniel
say...
Jones playing.
No, he
They
got
traded
cut.
him, dude. He got cut.
got
You got cut.
Oh,
Where
shoot.
were you, man?
I told you I was in Vegas.
Oh, man.
I like Cowboys. I mean,
I like
Yeah.
Cowboys against the Giants, too.
I like
mean,
And they're
Cowboys.
playing
performance
Cowboys.
against-
And I think it's going to go over.
I honestly like the under because
What's over and under?
37.5.
I like the under.
Yeah, same. Because I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game because both offenses. I don't know. How
The horrible
good-
offenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Cowboys in the under on that,
Yeah,
too.
me too.
All right. I'm taking Cowboys and the over.
Okay.
So funny. The Giants probably miss Saquon now, dude.
I know.
They didn't want to pay Saquon $13 million to get handed off the ball from the $50 million Daniel Jones, dude. Now they don't have either.
They
Yeah.
cut. I
They
know.
should just fire the GM.
They should. They paid Daniel Jones over
Yeah.
Barkley. Barkley's having a
Career year,
Career
dude.
season.
255 yards.
Dude, that's crazy.
I'm sure all the Giants fans are like,
But that's the same thing with Derrick Henry, right? They didn't want to. They didn't want to keep Derrick Henry to a degree because they didn't really want to pay. I don't know.
Dude, Barkley had 2 runs over 70 yards plus.
I know.
For a touchdown.
I was watching that game.
Do you know who was the last one who did that?
Derrick Henry.
Maurice Jones.
Oh, really?
Maurice Jones-Drew, UCLA?
UCLA.
Oh, I hate Deshaun Foster from UCLA coach.
Great running back.
Yeah,
I don't know about coach.
Nope.
Yeah.
Last game.
Okay, so we all got Cowboys, and I'm
you
the
get
only over.
over.
You guys are under.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna see who does better.
Yep.
Okay, and the last game is Packers -3 favorite over Miami Dolphins, and the over under is 46.5. I'm gonna say it's
That's a
over.
tough game.
I'm gonna say it's over. I think all 3 games are gonna go over.
Yeah. I like the over.
I like the over.
What do you like? You got the
Forgot his
the
favorite.
Packers versus the Dolphins.
Okay.
Who do you
Forgot
like?
whose favorite.
Packers are
mine-
favored by -3.
Are they at home?
Their Packers are at home.
Packers are home.
Packers are at home and they're favored.
Yep. And then 48,
46.5.
46 and a half.
I like over with the Packers. 'Cause
Okay.
I feel like Packers are gonna. I feel like Dolphins are gonna score, but they're not gonna score much, and then Packers are gonna just blow them out.
Because you just saw that they killed the 49ers that
Yes,
one.
but I also think they have a good offense.
So therefore, I take Miami.
I think Miami and over.
Yeah, I think Miami and over.
Me too. I'm on Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. You're alone, bro.
But Packers are at home.
Okay.
They are at home, but based on stats, since Tua came back, they've been really hot, and Tua's stats are pretty good. He's 170 out of 232, 1,760 yards for the season after not playing five games.
That's true.
He has 13 touchdowns and only 4 picks. Whereas Jordan Love, he has 2,200 yards for passing for the season. He has 18 touchdowns and 11 picks. So,
Interesting stats.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should be a close game.
Tua's a fighter, man. He came back after the concussion.
I'm
And
surprised he
he's
came
playing
back.
good.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to be out for the season,
Yeah.
right?
Dude, they scored 35 points
Yep.
this past week.
Because he learned how to slide now instead of
Yeah. Yeah, they don't go head first.
no more head first.
Yeah.
Don't be no dummy. Yeah, okay.
All right. Anything else? Any other picks for this week? No?
Go Skins. But I think they have a bye week.
Yeah, they do.
Do they have bye
They
week?
do have a bye.
We do have a Friday game too.
Is-
Oh,
Did you know
Black
that?
Friday?
There's an NFL
oh yeah,
Friday game?
Chiefs and Raiders.
Yeah.
The only reason why I know that I don't care about the game is because Snoop's giving like a concert after that.
At Kansas City?
I don't know. They're gonna. It's on Amazon.
Oh.
Amazon Prime. I think they're.
Dude, you know Snoop's on.
He's everywhere, dude.
Olympics, he got paid 25 mil.
Every
He's
TV
on
commercial.
The Voice. He's on The Voice. Actually, do you guys watch The Voice?
Used to.
Not
Okay.
lately.
Oh, dude, I love The Voice right now. Right,
It's the best season?
Dude, I think so because Snoop is so funny. Snoop Dogg is a coach and Michael Bublé is a coach. Reba McEntire and Gwen Stefani.
Oh, you got like every different genre,
Dude,
dude.
Yeah.
and they're good. But I think he's fun. And he's changed a lot since when he was gangster rap to like now he's like commercialized. And I think he realizes like, you know what? Better to make money this way than, and he even says like some of the comments he makes on The Voice. I'm very shocked the stuff that comes out of his mouth now
Wow.
compared to like the gangster rap Snoop.
Right.
Well,
different.
look, I mean, gangster rap Snoop when he made it, he moved to Diamond Bar, dude. You ain't hood when you move back to Diamond Bar.
To the country.
the
To the country, yeah.
The country.
But what's cool about him is he can make that, because a lot of times people will like say, "Oh, you're a sellout," or all that stuff. But for Snoop, I feel like he can do all that, go into the mainstream, all that stuff, and the gangsters, I think, still respect him. And
Maybe. I don't know. But, there was one kid on The Voice. He's like maybe 14 years old. He's singing. He's very proper, very good. And it makes Snoop cry, right? And kind of made me cry because I get sentimental like that. And that's something you would have cried. You get emotional. But one thing he mentioned was he said, hey, you know what? Even though you lost the round or whatever, you are the poster child of what a black boy should be. He said you should be proud and your parents should be proud because he speaks properly, polite, respectful, and is pursuing music and things like that, right? Because he goes, when I was growing up, we didn't think this stuff was cool. It was more about the gangster stuff. But he goes, now I realize that you are the poster child of what a black boy should be. So that shows like, maturity and like the growth, right? And instead of trying to really push like negative things into the black community, he's trying to promote like different types of role models, right? And it made me cry a little bit.
That's good.
But yeah, next time we should do
Voice.
We should do the
We should have a voice podcast.
Voice podcast. There you go.
We could be the judges.
You can like critique.
No, I was saying we should probably do a live game reaction to see, like, make a bet on something and then watch our bet win or lose. I know you guys.
Didn't we
hate
do that last time?
No, that was just watching a WNBA reaction.
Yes, WNBA.
But we should do it for football.
The NFL or college?
NFL, I think.
Okay.
I think it'd be more fun.
Oh,
So it's got to be a Monday night game
Or a Thursday night game. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
We'll
there
do
can be a
one
lot
of
of censoring in that one, dude.
Oh shit! Well, we gotta put money on it. And
Darren,
we
just be
gotta
ready. Or Diego, be
Yeah,
ready.
We gotta do one of those. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because
Let's
I
do it
know
then.
I'm like that all the time on the text thread.
Sam loves play-by-plays, dude.
Hey, I was quiet all Sunday. I was like talking to myself. Because nobody responds. And Sonny and Danny's like, I'm just gonna watch the games.
Try to
Don't
enjoy
text."
my Sunday.
Yeah. I'm not watching the game. I'm just gonna relax. So I was like, okay, I'll let him relax.
No, but it is stressful. Like when we like follow the games and we have money
Well,
in the game.
I know.
For
but
me, it stresses me out.
Oh, really? I'm not stressed. I
Yeah.
just like talking about it.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun. That's part of like betting for me. Is like watching it and like reacting to it instead of like.
I just want to go and golf and just enjoy my day.
And then come back. To
Come
see
back
the
and
scores
see the
and-
scores. Oh, okay. And then I want to see what happened. Then I could ask you, Sam, what happened?
But it's like blackjack or craps. It's like when you're betting and winning, you're happy, right? Because
Yeah.
you see how, oh man, do you see that I got 4 blackjacks in a row?
But then when you lose,
I know, it's like, oh man, I've got 4 beat down with
Bad
20s.
beats.
Like, but at least you remember those, and it's kind of you're getting bang for your money. I feel like,
Hey, did you know I played 2.5 hours in craps?
dude,
in
that's
one
crazy.
session?
I've never heard of that before.
I never heard that before either.
Dude, you're
I was so
trying-
proud of myself too.
Comp restriction is lifted a little bit.
I
You got
hope
car
so.
rides.
I hope so. I get car rides too now.
Wait, where'd you play at?
At the win.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. See if my comp restrictions gets uplifted.
I know Sonny just changed host at Fountain Blue. Just couldn't tell her directly.
Hey, Jen.
Couldn't tell her directly.
No harm, no foul.
But I did let her know too, because she texted me. She goes, "Oh, Sonny's dropping me. I can't believe he just didn't tell me." And she goes, "Do you still want to stay with me?" I said, "I'm fine. I don't have a problem. I don't know his other hosts."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You give me free rooms and take care of me." So
Yeah, it's just my other guy. You know, I have a lot of history with him, so I was like, you know what, I'll go with him.
she was kind of hurt that you didn't go directly to her though.
Oh, well, I was told not to. That's why.
Oh, by that host?
Yes.
Damn.
He said because I asked him what's our protocol. I was like, I didn't know. Do I ask my host or do I have to go through another channel? He goes, I'll go through the other channel. You know, I said, okay. So that's what I did. So I followed orders.
Damn. So you got your car services?
Yeah, I got car service from and to the airport.
Okay.
So,
Hey, look at you.
all right.
All right. Well, I'm hoping for a better week than last week in the sports world.
That's every week, right?
Every week.
Yeah.
Wait, but did you win? You played 2.5 craps. Did you win or
you
lose?
made 1,600.
I made $1,600 in 2.5 hours.
That's it?
I was betting really small. I was really comfortable. I wasn't betting my normal units. So for me, I was like really stress-free, 2.5 hours.
So were you doing that to make money, or was it more just to put in time?
It was a combination of both. I didn't realize it was 2.5 hours because I was playing, you know, like my.
Were you drinking?
Very little. But I had another person playing with me, and we almost hit the feature twice.
Oh, you played a pass line?
I was going back and forth.
Okay.
I was hedging, still playing the numbers. When it got hot, you know, then I would just keep on pressing on the numbers. And we almost hit. One time he was 2 and 12 out. The other time it was 3 and 11 out.
And
We
the
couldn't
mid,
hit.
like outside, inside.
Couldn't hit it. I was like, oh my goodness, at least hit one side.
Did he win some money?
Who?
That guy you were playing with?
Yeah, he came back. He was down, and he came back towards the end because he got started getting hot. And then he walked away. I think he broke even because he was down
That's cool.
in the beginning, and he came
Hey,
back.
when you break even,
Yeah,
you don't feel good about it, but you don't feel too bad about it.
yeah, exactly. Especially if you're playing that way, you know.
But sometimes I feel like it's a waste of time when I go to Vegas and I come up even. I'm like, Dude, I wasted all this time. I got even money.
Hey, look, if you're down and you're trying to get back 10K and you break even, that feels like a
That's
win.
a win, dude. That's a win.
That
is
feels
true.
like a win
That's
for
true.
me.
That's true.
But if you're up 10,000 and you lose that 10,000 and you walk away even, that I feel like I lost.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it depends where you start off with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to our podcast this week. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and enjoy your bets this week. Enjoy your family time. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Out.
Good luck, y'all.